What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. One of the things that I've been wanting for a really long time is a trailer where I can haul cars. Not just one car, but two cars. I'm over here with my buddy Mike Pollard. And he's got this trailer where you're helping sell this trailer.
Yeah, it's our team trailer. It's one of our team trailers. So
you're not Nash Motorsports, so that no. Used to be like a go-kart company. But what is this thing?
This is a 48-foot, I think it's a Challenge, was an Eliminator?
Cargo Mate
Eliminator, yep, 48-foot, gooseneck. We bought it, had living quarters in it, so we needed to haul two cars, so we tore the living quarters out. Kind of was our project. We're moving into a little bigger setup, different setup, so now it's kind of just sits here. And as Trevor hit me up, he needs a trailer. We have a trailer, so...
Well, you actually posted on Facebook, so...
Yeah, I did.
I swear I'm 100% addicted to Facebook Marketplace, but this wasn't even a Marketplace deal. You just posted a picture and said, hey, this is going to be available in a couple weeks. Who's interested? Bam, message. Here it is a couple weeks later. Here this thing is. You guys got it all cleaned out.
Yes, sir.
So it used to have a living quarters in it. Obviously, it's wrapped. It's white underneath. It's 01. But it's going to need some work. So what did you guys do with this thing?
We basically tore out... Well, I guess we might as well look, huh?
Yeah, let's get a tour of this bad boy.
So, we pretty much tore out the front half and all the living quarters. There's like a sink right here. There's a fridge right here. There's a bed up there. So we tore all that out and replaced the floors. We were going to get into doing the walls and the lights and kind of our own build out. But again, projects kind of got backed up in the queue, and we're moving to a different direction with our hauling for racing. So
yeah, you guys are getting a toter and a stacker,
we're doing like stacker toter. So we're moving away from the gooseneck setup.
Yeah.
So
Mike, his team is Opposition Motorsports, and they have a couple cars, and they compete in a lot of like the competitive events, like the Clutch Kicker Series. So if you guys, obviously you guys watch Adam, and he's always driving in Clutch Kicker Series. Mike and Adam have actually driven together a couple times.
He's actually got the dub on me right now. You know how I am, so I don't really, I gotta get that back. But yeah, I've gotten the L on that. But yeah, I've gone against Adam, great driver. Clutch Kickers. We'd also do all the 10K, kind of any big cash payout events around the country. Where it makes sense to haul your whole team across the country for hopefully some money. Is kind of the plan. It's a gamble. It's our way of gambling.
So yeah, this thing definitely needs some work. So Mike actually tore all this stuff out, and they replaced this flooring in the front so that way they could haul two cars, because they hauled basically a lot of their stuff from Vegas out here, and kind of in a time crunch, you guys got all this thing ready to go. But the back of it was a race thing. There was a divider basically right here, and this was living quarters, and this was race trailer. You can see it has the big like 48-inch door right here, and then it has the RV door in the front, has the space for the generator. It has an AC unit on the top, which this one still works. It had one up front, but that one got removed. So obviously this thing is going to need quite a bit of work, but we are planning on going to the Cletus & Cars event this weekend in Houston, and I want to haul both Rangers. I want to haul merch. I want to do a bunch of stuff, and I've honestly been looking at trailers like this for the past couple of years, and the prices of them have just been
insane. Like, yeah, COVID trailer prices. Yeah, we kind of got this as a build-out project because we were seeing anything we would want, how we would want it was about 19, 20 grand. And it was still the same age. Wear and tear was the same, no new tires and stuff. So we kind of bought under something we could put our little work into and save a little money and use that money to kind of get new tires and outfit it in other areas. So it's one of those projects where at least still there's still a exits point, I like to call it. If you don't want to finish it yourself, you can still get out, but if you do finish it, you'll still be able to still get out.
Yeah, hopefully get out.
Put back into it.
And that's pretty much how I like to buy stuff. Is like it pains me dearly to like go somewhere and just pay like full price. And I think that you're probably the same thing.
Oh yeah, but depreciation don't like me. Yeah, I'll wait till someone else takes that, drive it off the lot, lose your 20-30%. I'll come in 3 years later, happy as hell, even if there's 3 owners.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
new to me.
Exact same thing. So, obviously, I don't know. I don't know what the plans are for this, other than fix it to our liking. And like I said, I've been looking for one of these. I should have bought one like 2 years ago because I could have probably got almost a new one for a little bit more than what I would have am going to have in this one. But I think it will be a cool project. You guys know me. I like, obviously you've seen the super videos in my truck, and everything I buy is pretty much a project. And I've been trying to get away from that, but at the same time, it's in my blood. So
if it's who you are, you can't run from who you are.
Well, how long have we been here, Mike?
We've been here for, you know what, let me look at my phone now. So you got here exactly 3 hours ago. And if you want to know how the internal struggles of do I want to buy, do I not want to buy go, it's about what it takes. About 3 hours, walk around in circles. You probably put how many clickers did you put on your step band?
I don't know.
1,000 steps? Pacing?
Probably something like that. I got on the roof. I crawled underneath it. I laid underneath it. I found a loose wire on the trailer brakes. Mike fixed it. I FaceTimed Sean. I asked him what he thought. I sent some pictures to Jamie. I asked her what she thought. Like me and you went back and forth 5 different times. And he's like, well, if you don't buy it, I guess I get to have this conversation with like 5 other people before what it is. But I don't know. I'm a sucker for potential. I'm a sucker for... I'm really good at justifying stuff. So, and I think that's about 3 hours is what it takes.
Yeah, once he justifies it, I'm all right there to back up.
But you've been really patient. This whole thing, you've just been kind of...
To be honest with you, I don't like being the one to force anything on anybody, just like I don't like it forced on myself. Yeah. So sometimes people need to think, and even if, you know, it didn't work out today and he still needed to think, you know.
Come back.
That's kind of just, comfort is comfort. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, and like I said, so it is wrapped all the way. It's a great looking wrap. Like, honestly, I love the design of it. It's beautiful. I would like to just put like my own stuff on it. There is some probably CDL concerns or commercial concerns, but it technically started its life as an RV. I'm gonna put a toilet back in it. So this is an RV. This is a Jameson family RV.
That's not for hire.
That's also not for hire. It looks like it was for hire, but it's definitely not. So it had a canopy, it had the lights, it had a generator. A lot of that stuff is gone. It has the 8 lug axles, and these are brand new tires. And you put those bad boys on yourself, right? That was all Mike. So he's actually put a lot of work. He started peeling this off. Has a little boo-boos in the back, but honestly, like, really not bad for a trailer, a 2001 trailer. And I don't know, the conversation, the things that we've said so many times, even the guy who Mike is selling this for, even on the phone, like you guys were going back and forth, is it about the bones?
Yeah, the bones. Anyone who builds anything out and you know what you got and you know what kind of time it takes to do things, and if something's not right and if something's too weak, bones, like the structure of it, if you got a good starting point, rarely can you not get to a point where you want it nicely and you have the weight ability to move into it. So this thing, being a 2001, it's got these big dual
well, the frame on it is just ridiculous. And then in the front too, we'll have to show you that in a minute, but look at this frame underneath it. So 2 big twin, well, it's basically 2 like channels, C channels welded together into a big I-beam. Has these big kind of support jacks, and then right here in the middle it actually has a hydraulic jack that is over here on a button. In these containers there was propane tanks just for the, you know, living quarter stuff, but this right here, that's it. So I've always wanted hydraulics. I've never had anything with hydraulics, so I guess this is my first experience. So if you couldn't tell, I bought this thing. So
you did. The money's in my pocket, and once the money's in my pocket, it can come out of my pocket, but it usually doesn't come out of my pocket.
But the title's in my truck. Check out this fancy little bag. Will you actually unbox this for me?
Yeah.
I've never used this before. So my trailer, my truck. Yeah. This is a Mike Pollard unboxing.
Past life, I was a hand model for Rough and Reckless.
Beautiful hands.
You got your shackle points for the chains. Ooh, this is new. You got a box in here and everything.
I don't think I've ever even put it in there.
Well, I'm gonna have to get you some grease.
Grease my ball.
Yeah.
Send a video to Matt Field.
What did I miss on that?
Oh, he greases his ball on Instagram all the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like a thing.
Does he always get dirty?
No, I don't know.
Does he just take the tube of grease and see? You should see my teammate Dave has a whole setup in his new Chevy. It's actually a handle on the ball. So you open the kit up, grab the ball on the handle, turn it, lock it down, never touch grease.
Wow.
Yeah. But Matt Field seems to have it figured out from what you say.
So I got to pull this thing out. It's stuck, I think.
That's it.
There it is. I guess we hook it up. Yeah, let's get some of that grease. Well, I don't know. It's gonna make it all greasy.
But see, that's why you get the one with the handle on it, like I just told you about. It's a B&W hitch kit. But yeah, then you never have to touch the grease. But that style will definitely get a little. You might want to get yourself some rubber gloves.
Yeah. Lights work. It's all hooked up in the bed. We have it running back over here. Jacks are up. Got some more lights. That's it, I think. All right, guys, so we did it. Let's see. First corner, see if I swing it and keep it in the lines. Oh, we clipped it. So, truck is doing great. I got her in tow haul. I locked her so she doesn't shift to fifth. But freaking 6.7 is a beast. Trailer brakes, exhaust brake, tow haul mode, we got it all on. My biggest issue, or my biggest thing that was holding me back with this specific trailer is that time. It's one of the most precious things that we have. Obviously I have you know, the family at home, I got stuff at work, I got the guys working on project cars and stuff at the shop, trying to put out videos, and it's like, man, do I have time to do this, to make this trailer what I want? And ultimately it's no, you know, but I think if it's something that you want, you'll make time, you know. And I've always wanted a trailer like this, what this trailer could be, I should say, not this exact trailer. This isn't my dream trailer, but maybe we'll make it into my dream trailer. And you know, I think that's the plan. I'm gonna tell tell Sean and Blake when we get back to the shop that if they got time to lean, they got time to clean. Basically that means that if we're not doing anything, all right, let's go work on the trailer. Let's put some sheet metal in there. Let's put some wood in there. Let's paint it. Let's make this thing nice. Let's make it presentable. Make it like a nice representation of us. And that's kind of it's kind of one of my biggest worries, is just not having something that represents us well. And this is a big deal, you know. And obviously having the wrap and everything on it right now is really cool looking for like whoever had it before, but we essentially need to get that off of there for us, you know, probably like CDL reasons or, you know, commercial reasons, because this is the Jameson family RV. And yeah, so Mike was super cool. Like I said, we went around the trailer and I pointed at things and he's like, I know, like I get you, like I know the time. And that was their issue too, is just not having enough time. But hopefully we could I just lost my freaking GoPro. Damn it. All right, well, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. All right, false alarm. That was the GoPro on that side of the GoPro's on that side of the truck. I seen like a piece of tar or something like fly in the air, and I was like, hope that's not my GoPro. Yeah, definitely gonna be a big project. I ended up getting the trailer for $11,500. And if you guys have been following the trailer market or the market on anything, used cars, used trailers, used whatever, you can't find them and they're expensive. So you used to be able to get a trailer like this brand new from Georgia, not as loaded technically as this, you know, with like leaf spring axles and not torsion bar axles and stuff like that. This trailer would have been probably $14,000 to $16,000. A version of this trailer would have been $14,000 to $16,000 a couple years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. But now they're like 23, 26, like, and this thing was $23,000 new with the living quarters, whereas a new living quarters trailer now is like 40 plus, 40 to 60. So, like I said, plans are Cletus and cars. We obviously we have 2 Rangers that we need to go down there. We have merch, we have coolers, we have pit bikes, we have all kinds of stuff that we want and need to take down there. And this is a huge step for, I guess, our events. I haven't done that much driving in 2021 as much as I would have liked to, but ultimately I would like to throw the drift car in this thing. I'd like to throw the Civic in it, go to Cletus Cars, hit a drift event, go hang out in Florida for a month or so, like do stuff like that. But I'll have 2 cars, they're enclosed, don't have to worry about hood exit exhaust and stuff like that. So that's my story. I'm freaking sticking to it. We're gonna go buy some car parts real quick, I hope. And other than that, we're just gonna try to make it home and see how this thing's actually doing. So as you've seen, oh, look at this. Yeah, this front tire is like off the ground. I guess it does that because my truck's too high or something like that. But it's definitely kind of weird. I don't like that. But once it has some load in it, it should be okay. But the reason, I think why I was hesitating so much with this trailer was that it's a commitment. It's a huge commitment in time, but it's also a commitment in events, because when you take this trailer to an event, are you going to be able to park it? Where are you going to be able to pull it? Are you going to run over curbs? Are you going to hit fences? Are you going to do whatever? Like it's a big deal. Are you going to have to get to the event way early? Are you going to have to leave after people because you can't get out because this thing's freaking huge? Like, it's a big deal, and I think that's a little bit of my hesitation, but I guess we'll figure it out eventually. All right, guys, so we I don't know how many miles we have on this thing so far. probably about 30 or 40. But definitely had some issues in that Walmart parking lot. But so far so good since then. We actually had basically took the same driveway exiting it. But the truck's doing good. I reset the trip. It's actually getting about 10 miles a gallon, which is pretty similar to what I get with the single car, the 24-foot enclosed trailer. So, but yeah, the truck feels good. Feels like it has plenty of power. Tows it just fine. I definitely think we're gonna have to either lower the truck, which I don't want to do, or get a dually, or lower the pin. I'm just kind of concerned with the height between the pin and the bed, because the front axle is basically like almost freewheeling if there's any sort of an incline. And I know that's not good, because basically all the weight is on the back axle or the second, basically both of them, and the front one really isn't doing anything. But we don't have it loaded yet, so maybe we'll do a little test load tomorrow and see how this thing actually loads up and kind of go from there. I don't know. Definitely. I mean, it tows great. So that was one thing that Mike and them said, is they said it tows like a land train, you know, a train on land. And I can honestly say that, like, it feels really solid. Definitely turning, you have to swing really, really wide, way wider compared to the 24-foot enclosed. But yeah, that little Walmart driveway was just way too freaking tiny. And I went and I bought some car parts after that, and even the guy was like, "Oh yeah, did you have fun at the Walmart?" And I was just like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh yeah, it's not big trailer friendly at all," which is kind of weird, because it's like out in the country where like people have trailers and like all that didn't make sense. But yeah, we're just cruising. We're cruising on some like back road stuff right now. Like I said, everything feels really, really, really solid. Truck's happy. I'm happy. Doing great. Well, boys, we made it home. I only almost took out my mailbox, street sign, a tree, some rocks, a couple curbs, a couple other things. So he's definitely big. I think I just need to get in the mindset of like, I am a semi, and only go where I think a semi should go, which isn't in a tiny little driveway into like the Walmart parking lot to get a Jimmy John sandwich. But we made it through. Man, my brain is already turning right now. I have so many like things that I want to try and do to this thing and make it sick, you know, because now I have the chance. Because if you go and, you know, stroke a really fat check, or, you know, get a really big loan on one, then it's already kind of done. You don't do anything. Whereas this thing, that's freaking blank canvas. Like, we could do some cool stuff. So let me know what you guys think I should do with this thing. I'll take it to the shop tomorrow and maybe load it up with some other stuff, see what Sean and everybody think of it. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this video, guys. I really appreciate you watching, and see you later. Oh, hey, also don't forget, we're giving away a Telluride and $20,000 cash, or $50,000 in cash, which for $50,000 in cash, you can buy a really freaking nice trailer. So link in the description. See you later.